Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. Today I'm going to be talking about a flak build that I made called Bad Date Flak, because what does a bad date do? They break hearts, and the main gun you're going to be using for this build is the Heartbreaker. And yeah, so this build is surprisingly good for using a gun that no one uses, like the Heartbreaker. Just everyone has forgot about it since DLC 1. It was good in the moment, but then no one ever used it after that because there were just better guns. But on Flak, it's actually really good because, like, the one trait that everyone knows about Flak is that he is super squishy. But look at my health, 72,000. This build, you can run the entire takedown without going down once. You have crazy survivability with this build because, one, this is a Moxie gun, which means it heals you when you shoot it, and two, we're using the Plus Ultra, which gives you 50% bonus health, I think? It either doubles your health or gives you 50% bonus health. One of the two. Either way, it makes your health really high, and this skill gives you 30% bonus health in addition to that, so your health is really good. And you can take advantage of health gates with it, because if your health gets too low, then your health will stop going down for a bit, and then you just shoot one enemy with the Heartbreaker, and you instantly heal back to full health because that's what this gun does. So yeah, the gear you're going to want for it, obviously, is a Heartbreaker with an ASE. Pick any ASE that fits the occasion. I just have this one with corrosive, and it's fire corrosive. Pretty good. So I just use that for everything because it's really decent. Like, I can fight bosses that are immune to fire because it's got corrosive, like Wotan. He's not immune, but he's resistant to fire. Or I can fight bosses that are weak to fire because it's a fire weapon, stuff like that. The shield, just get a Plus Ultra with an ASE. It's not really going to matter what kind of Plus Ultra you get. I have one with Amp and Nova, but neither of those are going to matter. Yeah, the capacity on the shield is really, you don't really care about that because no matter what, if you get a Plus Ultra, then your health is going to be really good because that's the effect of the Plus Ultra no matter which one you get. The grenade, any grenade that fits the occasion. I just have this recurring tracker lying around in my bank, and it had ASE shock on it. So pick, like, I use that for using the bounty hunter, but like corrosive, radiation. So that's what your grenade is, just whatever grenade fits the occasion. So I like running shock if I'm doing the takedown because I have corrosive on this, and incendiary on this. So I have corrosive and incendiary. The only other element that I need is shock to get all three types of health. And yeah. The class mod you're going to want is the Cosmic Stalker if you're just running around regularly, like doing the takedown or Athena's or something like that, because it is just an all-around pretty good class mod. It gives bonuses to pretty good skills. I have this absolute god roll on the passives. Weapon crit, shotgun damage, and Hyperion weapon damage go perfectly with this gun. It also works really well with the Reflux. The Reflux is incredible on this build too. Everyone knows that the Reflux is good on Flak, but we're not covering that weapon because everyone already knows about it. So yeah, Cosmic Stalker. If you're going to fight bosses that don't have any enemies around, like Grave Ward, then bust out a Bounty Hunter, and then equip a Hunter Seeker, and then you can throw those, and that'll give you stacks of your kill skills. And then when you have your stacks, then you switch back to whatever grenade you want, and then a Stalker, and then just start shooting them, and they'll die. And then the Relic, like most builds, is the Pearl of Ineffable Knowledge. It just gives damage. That's pretty much its only thing. Try to get mag size and fire rate on it. That is pretty much, if you have a Pearl, you'll probably have one with mag size and fire rate on it because that's just what everyone wanted back when this weapon first came out, was those specific rolls, because that was the god roll. All the other passives are meh. So yeah, and those really benefit this build well because this gun consumes ammo pretty fast, like not like super fast, but it gets through. So having 50% bonus mag size is really helpful. Skill tree, 5 out of 5 in self-repairing system, just for that 30% max health. We're not going down to lick the wounds because you don't need it. You can stay alive so well with this build that lick the wounds is completely unnecessary and it's a waste of points. Purple tree, I'm never gonna put any points in purple tree ever. Such a bad tree. Blue tree, I went pretty standard with this. There's nothing really special or out of the ordinary with this build. Just trying to get a lot of health reduction or damage reduction on your health with this. And your pet is really never going to die because of, what is that skill? This one, I think? Yeah. So whenever Flak deals damage, the pet's health is restored for a portion of that damage. And so whenever you shoot an enemy, you and your pet are going to heal at the same time. And so your pet is never going to die, and neither are you. Red tree, again, super, super standard. Make sure you get Leave No Trace. Make sure you get Megavore. We are not putting any points into Two Fang because that's only a 25% chance for an extra projectile, not an extra shot, just an extra projectile. And since this gun is a shotgun, it fires like, I think 10 pellets? Yeah, oh no, 8, my bad. So it fires 8 pellets, so that's just increasing that to 9 pellets, which really isn't useful at all. It's not going to add it's going to add like 12% increased damage, which is like not that good on just an extra pellet of your gun. So yeah, I don't really put any points to that because it's a waste of points. Yeah, so we're using Rack Attack because ASEs, that's really it. If you want to use Fade Away, I guess you could, but it doesn't feel as strong because it's really, really hard to keep your ASEs up, and we don't have any extra points into here to get Not My Circus, which is really useful, or Unblinking Eye is really, really, really good, but since we're not going down Green Tree, we're not getting it. But we do have Gorillas in the Mist, so if you want to use that and like do a stack bot, then you can. But you know, you don't really need it because it's a lot harder to use than using Rack Attack, because Rack Attack is kind of just like Zane's Mantis. It's just hit left button, get kill skills, not kill skills, ASEs, and you have a lot of racks. So I like to do Rack Accelerate, just an extra charge, that's nice, and then additional rack. You could switch that out for healing, but like if you feel like you're getting not enough healing out of this build, then you can switch it over to healing, but you really don't need that, so I like just doing additional rack just to get slightly more damage. You could also switch it over to cryo if you want. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure you get Rack Accelerate because that's really good. And I'm just doing a Scorcher for my thing, my pet. You can do whatever you want. I just do it because it gives me bonus elemental damage. And since this gun is elemental, then it's kind of nice. And yeah, so some other weapons you could use if you want. All my weapons are 150 under 50 because I used to have a Deathless build, and it was really not that great. Light shows are really, really good. Monarchs are really, really good. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, the Reflux is incredible on this build. Reflux is incredible on pretty much every build with Flak. If you want, you can get a prompt critical. Try to get ASE Splash on that one. That one's really good. But since none of these are really, they don't fit with the theme of the build, then I just completely stick with the Heartbreaker because it's good enough to take you through the entire game solo, and it really doesn't change it. Also, Hellwalker. Hellwalker is a better shotgun than the Heartbreaker, but it doesn't heal you, so if you use a Heartbreaker, or if you use a Hellwalker, then you'll probably die a lot more than if you use the Heartbreaker, even though the Heartbreaker does less damage by like a lot. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna show me fighting Wotan now, and thanks for watching.
Light that giant bastard up!
Distract them!
Just forget it, superior judge.
Test subject deployed.
I don't even need this thing!
I'll never learn. A meager life, a bitter death. Ken, this takedown for thee.
Brilliant work, Vault Hunter. That ass kicking will make Maliwan think twice before they come at us again.